Hey, good morning, everybody. John Pynakker with the Mohave Valley Daily News, and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, January 29th. The Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mohave, Arizona. Tri-State Radiology is here to serve the tri-state area. They accept most insurances and offer cash pay prices. When you have a minute, log on to their website at tsradiology.com, and there you'll find interesting facts and see why imaging is such a benefit for you and your care provider. Remember, at Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right, got a lot of interesting news today. Let's start with our top story. Board accepts Flora's resignation. So you see that there? That is the board president, Dr. Richard Cardone, along with Terry Moen. You see it up on the screen there. So Terry is the secretary. She's standing there, board secretary. So what happened last night is that they formally decided to go ahead and accept Superintendent Todd Flora's resignation. He had recently, in June, been extended for 3 years. But if you've been paying attention to the school board and a lot of the things that have been going on with the school board, there's been a lot of questions. And so yesterday they went into executive session last night and came out and voted unanimously to accept it. We don't have the terms of the separation yet. They will be available. Dr. Cardone told us last night that in 7 days they'll be available. We have to put in a records request, a freedom of information request, and we'll get that and find out what exactly the terms were for that. But the second they went back into executive session after that and discussed a interim superintendent, and they've decided on Dorn Wilcox, the principal down at River Valley High School. Dorn's been in the community for a long time. Has been at both of the high schools at various points during his career. So he takes over effective last night. So there's a few quotes in there from Dorn and what his goals are while they look for one. So we'll see what happens from there. Interesting night. Our second story here, Oatman residents demand fire chief board to step down. This seems to be kind of a recurring thing out there in Oatman. They have problems with their fire board. This one seems a little bit more volatile, I guess I would be the word. They have demanded, a group of citizens there in Oatman demanded that the fire chief, anyone involved with the volunteer fire department and the fire district board to resign from their positions by the end of this month, which is the day after tomorrow. So it was during a call to the public that they made their demands. They've kind of said that they here's some of the things that they're talking about. The current condition of the fire department facilities and grounds, misappropriation of unlawful use of fire department funds and resources, operating outside scope of practice during emergency response, abuse of power and authority, lack of proof of current insurance, lack of transparency in financial reporting, fraud and embezzlement. So a lot of big charges. They say that they have the documentation to prove it, although they haven't cited anything in here. They've kind of made it clear that if this doesn't happen by Sunday, that they are going to send their petition along with all the proof they have to the county who oversees the fire department there, and go from there. We have some quotes in there from Jean Bishop, county supervisor, who oversees the Oatman area or covers the Oatman area, and she's hoping they can work it out without it going to the county. The county really doesn't need another thing on their plate, but I don't know, some pretty serious accusations there. So yesterday there was a accident out on the Parkway. A truck towing a trailer. I think that's an EPCOR truck, Jeff?
Yes, that's right.
EPCOR truck out there towing a trailer, jackknifed down the Parkway in the northbound lane about a quarter mile north of Silver Creek Road. There wasn't any injuries or anything, but but it was causing some delays. They blocked some lanes for a while. Is that right?
Yeah, about an hour delay in traffic.
So thankfully there are no injuries. Doesn't look like too much damage or anything there. We have 2 officers of the Bullhead City Police Department promoted yesterday. That was Corporal Eddie Espinoza and Lieutenant Andrew Seviano. I think most people in the community, at least in passing, know Lieutenant Seviano. Good guy, does a lot for the community. He's a matador, too. Did you know that?
I did not.
He's a matador, and you know what the matadors do for our community. So congratulations to those guys. The GOP lawmakers, our state legislators here, so our state senators and state representatives, are working on a bill to block energy standards. And what the bill basically is they feel empowered by some recent decision by the state Supreme Court on limiting the powers of the Arizona Corporation Commission. The Arizona Corporation Commission in the past, originally, and that's what they're trying to get back to, the whole idea behind the Corporation Commission was to take care of utility rates, water, electric, gas, all those kinds of things. We've had our rounds and rounds with the Corporation Commission because of the EPCOR rates. Over the past few years, they've kind of pushed it more into policy making, where one of the things that the Corporation Commission is pushing for is renewable resources. That there are levels that they're asking that everyone reach over a certain period, like 100% renewable energy by 2050, I think it was. So the GOP lawmakers, along with Governor Ducey, believe that they're overstepping. Both this bill that they've come up with have gone through the state house and through the state senate, and is going on to the governor, and so we expect that he is going to endorse that as well. Another interesting story: Republicans seek audit of Arizona GOP chairwoman election. This is Kelly Ward. I think a lot of us in this community know Kelly very well. She was recently reelected to be the chair of the Arizona Republican Party. She's been in the news recently because she was one of the people pushing so hard for the recount for the presidential election. Well, now they're calling it a narrow win. She won by 42 votes over Sergio Arellano, but for the House, or for the Republican Party chair. And so now he is pushing for a recount on her win. So it was 42 votes. We'll see what happened. 2 Arizona inmates caught in cotton field after escape. There's the 2 the 2 criminals that were escaped from the Florence prison last week. They made it a few days. They were recaptured yesterday in a cotton field in Coolidge. So and when they found them, they were still wearing their prison garb. So they made it, I think they said 14 miles from the prison in 2 days, and were still in their gear. So they didn't go peacefully. They requested that the officers that caught them kill them, but that didn't happen. They tased them instead and tackled them and brought them back in. So welcome back, boys. All right. We talked a little bit over the past couple of days, but it went up on our website yesterday afternoon. Democrats to act big on $1.9 trillion aid. GOP wants the plan split. There's a package. The GOP wants you to take different parts of it out. The Democrats have said, no, we're leaving it in and we're moving forward. It's kind of a, challenge to the first challenge to the new 50-50 Senate. The House was already Democratic, or leading by the Democrats. So the Democrats don't have to work with the GOP, but they've been trying to. The GOP is saying, yeah, we want to get rid of this, we want to get rid of that, we want to parcel it out. The Democrats are saying, no, we don't really have time to do that. This is something that should have been acted on already. They cite the fact that in 10 months, the people of the United States got $600, and that's not good enough. So to spur things, they want the other $1,400, and they want it sent out now. There's a bunch of stuff in there for small business that they're pushing, and it's basically we can't goof around with this. We need to move forward. So it looks like what's going to happen is that the Democrats are just going to push forward and do it. They don't have to work with the Republicans because they have the majority now, but they've been trying to, and if that's not going to work, they're just going to go for it. So, all right, sports. Patriots dodge Dust Devils. So the River Valley Dust Devils went down to Malk yesterday, down to the Battleground Gymnasium, and River Valley was undefeated. Malk was undefeated. We talked yesterday about our athlete of the week, Aiden Honegger, how they were 3-0 behind his over 20 points a game. Aiden again led his team yesterday, led Malk with 19 points, and they defeated the Dust Devils 60-52. So they moved to 4-0. River Valley moves to 2-1. Andrew Rodriguez is the senior down at River Valley. He led the Dust Devils with 19 points. So good job there, but they fell. The cool thing about it, and Jeff, you were there the other day when we were talking about it, the starting five for Malk are 4 juniors and a sophomore.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So Josh Neal is down there. He's a beast, and Lucas Leslie is down there. So
these kids are bigger than us, John.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. And then the River Valley girls soccer team won yesterday. They beat Kingman 3-0 at the Anderson Auto Group Fieldhouse. We showed some highlights from them the other day. So they got a nice win there. In the leisure section, if you want to read about stripers, there's a nice big story about big stripers. But the story that I wanted to cover here is the Tri-State Home Garden and Lifestyle Show. That's this weekend, starting today actually, over at the Anderson Fieldhouse. This is a group that comes in from out of town. We do a couple of these shows a year. I know that the Bullhead Mohave Valley Contractors Association does one every year, although this year that's not happening. But this is a group that comes in from out of town. It's called American Shows is the name of the company. They typically get around 100 vendors down there. So that starts at 10 a.m. today, runs from 10 to 5 today, 10 to 4, 10 to 5 today and tomorrow, Saturday, and then 10 to 4 on Sunday. It's $5 for adults. Children 16 or under are free with a paying adult. So go and check that out. It's a pretty nice little show. Jeff, as soon as we get done here, you know what I'm doing?
I'm thinking.
I am riding around with Deputy Sheriff John Wilson today.
Ride-A-Long, that's right.
We're doing a ride-along today, so we can look for that story in the next few days.
And you are going to get photos, correct?
I'm going to try and get some photos.
Okay. All right.
I might have to call in.
Because we need to show that off Monday.
You're my backup. I'm going to have to call in backup.
Yeah, you got this.
The question that I have for him, and I need to get a hold of Deputy Wilson when this is over, is do I bring my own Glock from home, or do they issue me one when I get there? Do you know?
I don't think you're allowed to carry your Glock while you're on duty with them.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
No.
All right, I'll leave it at home. Darn it. But they're going to give me a bulletproof vest or something, though, right?
No.
You know, I might need to change my
Renegotiate this.
Yeah, we need to probably talk about this. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. Remember, the Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 460-7226. You know, it's supposed to be wet today. We're going to get rain. It's supposed to be around 60 degrees. They don't say a chance of rain. They say it's going to rain. So expect that we're going to get wet today. But the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, are supposed to be beautiful, sunny, 60 degrees. It should be great. So get out there and enjoy. Go down to the home show, and just let's have a good time. Thank you, Jeff. Good job.
All right, thank you.
You guys have a great weekend, and hopefully we see you here Monday.
See you Monday, everyone.